So, where are you headed? Not the talkative type, eh? That's okay. Most people I pick up are just waiting for their turn to talk. Want a raisin? They're from my farm. You don't look so good. Guess those things don't agree with you yet. Strange.
Qué juego más
The
curioso.
Thompson seedless. Good raisins. We still farm more of those in California than anywhere on Earth. You want to know the clearest evidence that reality isn't real? Raisins and grapes, man. They're the same thing, but they taste disgusting when eaten together. Obvious bug in the program there, right? Memory's a slippery thing. Think about when somebody asks you about this ride later, assuming you even know where you're going, and get someplace where somebody can ask you, "Hey, how'd you get here anyway?" They'll ask you, "Oh, I hitched." And your brain will flash back for a second when you say this. And it'll show you a frozen snapshot of yourself, sitting in this car, talking to me like we are right now. But which moment will it actually show you? Will it be this one? Or this one? Or this one? We think we remember how people really were, how our lives together really were. But when we think back to them, even the people we cared about the most, all we're doing is snatching moments out of the air, just grabbing another raisin out of the box.
Muy bien.
Yeah, my wife. She's dead now, but you probably guessed that. Thanks. But you don't look like you're doing so well yourself. Takes one to know one, right? I can always spot someone who's grieving along this highway. They usually stand on the road with a dazed look on their face and their thumb up in the air. No, I don't know you, kid. I just know the type.
Madre mía, pero cuando acabas con el rollo, tío. O cuando
Hey,
llegamos a
do me
algún
a
sitio.
favor and crack the window, would you? What you got there? Just a matchbook, huh? I figured it must have been something important. Hey kid, how about opening that window? That's better. Now, where were we?
Podría ser la tuya, ¿no?
Fair number. But after a while, you start seeing the same few archetypes over and over.
A mí
You
que
got the
damos
numbnuts
vueltas por el
Kerouac
mismo
fan.
sitio,
You
tío.
got your autodidact blowhards. They'll talk your ear off. You get a lot of people from Cincinnati for some reason. You got your deadheads trying to get to some concert someplace. Then there's the water bottle person, always worrying they're gonna run out of water before they get where we're going. Still, you're the first hitcher I ever picked up who doesn't have a destination. Copernicus. Seems like the right name for a guy who's traveling the world without knowing where he's going. You just sit back, Copernicus. and invent a language where false statements are impossible. What?
Acelera, cojones.
You know,
Vaya forma de empezar un
when I
juego.
was a kid, my brother and I used to drive our parents crazy on long drives together. Our folks wouldn't let us listen to the radio in the car. So we used to make up these songs about food on long drives to pass the time. We had this one with about 30 verses, each about a different kind of grain. There was this one time we passed a billboard for some kind of bread, challah bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of challah bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of challah bread. Yeah, that drove Mom and Dad crazy. In hell they have a hell a lot of challah bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of challah bread. Come on, join in. In hell they have a hell a lot of challah bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of challah bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of
Sí, pero la puerta no la abre.
In hell they have a hell a lot of challah bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of challah.
Actually, I'm beginning to understand my parents' perspective. Getting older's funny. It's like reading a book where less and less happens, but the writing gets better and better. Thanks. I got it from an app. It's this app with philosophical sayings. My wife got it for me to make me sound smarter.
A ver, pero esto no llegamos nunca, joder.
Yeah, well, that all sort of depends on which raisin you take out of the box, right? Which angle you take out.
Aleluya.
My wife's been dead for 8 years now. People used to ask us how we managed, being married or not, working off the side of the road together, sharing a little trailer. The truth is, nobody knows how good it's supposed to be. You're kind of guessing on all that. It's not that simple, Copernicus. Life has a way of chipping away at that certainty.
Las animaciones se repiten una y otra vez. Madre mía. La carretera y la señal es igual. Lo único que cambia es lo que dice. La madre que los parió. Paso de seguir jugando porque ya veo de qué rollo va. Ya, esto tiene muchísimo rollo. No acaba nunca.